Welcome to another edition of Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube network. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. And as usual, before I get started here, I'd like to say a few things. I don't have a script to speak from. So what I tell you comes from my heart. Uh, Tim Lindley at Quality PC. Without him, without his assistance, this production wouldn't be possible. We are lucky to have a guy like him right here in downtown Hillsdale. He's the best tech guy you're going to find in all of southern lower Michigan. Anything you need, any technical assistance of any kind that you need, you can call on Tim. He's your guy. If you're looking for a new computer, if you're looking for a used computer, if the computer you have needs some repair, Tim's your guy. If you just went out and bought a new flat screen smart TV, you need it mounted and set up, again, Tim is your guy. Anything, sales and service, whether it be computers, printers, anything. Get in there and see Tim. He's at 37 Waldron Street in downtown Hillsdale. That's about 100 yards west of Howell Street, right on the alley there. Give me a call at 517-610-5372, or better yet, get in there and see him. And when you do see Tim, tell him Rick sent you. I'd appreciate that. Thanks. I'll always start first with the Red Wings tonight. As we speak, they are playing in the Predators down south. Hey, they've got 12 games left. They played 70, and they've got 78 points right now. We didn't get any help this afternoon from the Winnipeg Jets, who lost to the Islanders. Now the Islanders are 3 points back of the Wings again, and they have a game in hand. We didn't get any help last night either, as the Capitals, I guess in a shootout, beat the Jets last night, and the Jets have to turn around and play today. So as it stands right now, the Wings are 1 point ahead of the Capitals and 3 ahead of the Islanders. Like I say, they're all big from here on in, but I figured with 12 games left, you split those, you go 6-6. That'll get you 90 points, and I think pretty much guarantee you a playoff spot. But this could go all the way, maybe even April 16th, which is the last game of the year. It's amazing what a difference Dylan Larkin makes on this team. Is he an elite player? Is he a superstar? No. But what he is, folks, is he's the best player on a very mediocre team. It's just amazing how one man can make a difference like he does. But, if the Wings, I like their lines. I like their forwards. I think they have 4 good lines. But again, no. Do they have a superstar? Do they have a Connor Bedard or Connor McDavid? No. Goaltending is mediocre at best. They don't have a stellar elite goaltender either. That's why they're not equipped to make a playoff run deep. But it sure would be nice to see them make the playoffs this year. It would be the first playoff games ever, NHL playoff games at Joe Louis Arena. I'm Joe Louis Arena. What am I talking about? Little Caesars. And I think Steve Yzerman, for his own sake, needs to make the playoffs this year. So, and I think they will. They'll probably lose to Florida in the first round, but they need to make the playoffs. In regard to the Lions, as you know, they cut ties with the fugitive, still a fugitive, Cameron Sutton. Cameron, wherever you are, man, please surrender. I mean, the longer this thing goes, the less there's chance there is of being a good outcome on this. This isn't good. They have cut ties, as I've said, in pardon me, in cutting ties with Sutton. They will take a $19.2 million cap hit, and the June 1st designation rule will allow them to split that between 2 years. In other words, maybe 12.5 this year, and a cap hit next year of 6.5. But the problem is they can't take advantage of it until June 1st. So they won't be able to do much in free agent activity with that. Also, they have petitioned the league. They have filed in an effort to have the league void Sutton's base salary. So what the league will do is they'll go in and do an investigation. And indeed, if they find that Sutton has violated the league's code of conduct rule, that base salary will be awarded to the Lions. Then again, if he's apprehended and tried and convicted, the Lions could sue him for what he's already been paid. Anyway, like I said, the longer this thing goes, the less chance of having any kind of a good outcome. It's just sad, it really is. Tigers won 2 games today. They went on the road to Dunedin and beat Toronto, and they played the Yankees today at Lakeland, and they beat them too. So 19-9 on the spring. I don't think spring training records mean a whole lot, but it looks to me like they're ready to start the season next Thursday in Chicago on the 28th. The weather looks good, partly cloudy and 47. I'll take that for Chicago in late March. The rotation has been set. Their school pitching opening day. They have Good Friday off. Saturday, Kenta Maeda will pitch, and Sunday, Jack Flaherty. Then they head to New York. It'll be Mize and Reese Olson. So the way it's looking right now is that the April 5th home opener looks like the starter will be Kenta Maeda. Didn't have a particularly good day today, but I'm not going to put much stock in what transpired today. He's had a relatively good spring. So I think the Tigers are going to win. I think they'll win the division this year. I think they'll go 87-75. And most of that will be based on their pitching. As I said, the rotation is set. The bullpen almost set. You've got Tyler Holton and Jason Foley and Alex Lang. And then you've got the 2 veterans that they signed in the offseason, Andrew Chafin and Shelby Miller. So that, depending on whether or not they want to carry 7 or 8 guys in the bullpen. Alex Faedo and Bo Brisky have both had stellar springs. They're both capable of pitching multiple innings, and you need guys like that in your bullpen. But they've both been sensational this spring. Again, can you put much stock in what transpires in spring training? You just never know. But if you're a youngster and you got to perform well in order to make the team, it means the world to them. Don't forget too. What are we now at? 33 days and counting until the NFL draft in downtown Detroit. What an economic boom that's going to be for the city of Detroit. That entire week, the last weekend in April. It's good to see. It'll be in Hart Plaza, Campus Marshes, and the downtown Detroit will be humming that entire weekend. By the way, I think the Tigers are playing the Athletics, the Kansas City Royals that same weekend. They do have a game scheduled for Friday, the 26th, but it's a day game. And I'm sure that's why they're not playing a night game, because of the NFL draft. Hey, I'm happy for the city of Detroit. I couldn't be happier. Now, what else have we got to cover here? I think we covered a lot of it this morning on the Time Out Show with Andy Brown. Pistons, very poor showing last night against the Celtics. I guess maybe the less I say about them, the better. I'm not that big of a fan anyway. But what else we got to cover here? Yeah. Michigan State, as we speak, they're playing North Carolina. And a little bit later on, you've got the Golden Grizzlies of Oakland playing NC State. And what a great story that is, huh? Jack Oakey setting a record, not setting a record, but tying a record with 10 3-pointers Thursday night. and Greg Campy told a great story. And when they got back to the hotel Thursday night, they were having their post-game meal. His teammates were really letting him have it. Apparently, social media was blowing up. Hey, look at this. Kentucky just got beat by some guy who's going to be selling insurance next year. That's a great story, though. And if you don't know by now, he's a transfer from right here in Hillsdale College. And we had John Tharp on this morning talking about that on the Timeout show. I couldn't be happier for the guy and Greg Campy. Obviously, his most significant win in his 40-year coaching career at Oakland University. He good man. And, every year they have the Jamie Samuelson softball tournament. He shows up religiously every year. He just shows up. He'll ask, what do you need me to do? I'll do it. It's a fundraising event. And he's right there. You can depend on him. He's a good man. If State moves on, I'm not sure who they're going to be playing yet. I haven't looked at the brackets. Ditto for Oakland University. But let's hope they both win tonight, both get in the Sweet 16. I almost forgot. Then there's the Shohei Ohtani drama or soap opera, whatever. If you're not in the loop on this, folks, sports gambling in the state of California is illegal. And the FBI raided the office of a bookie out there, confiscated all of his records, and in doing so, found an electronic transfer from the account of Shohei Ohtani to this bookie in the amount of about $4.5 million. His interpreter, a fellow by the name of Ippei Mizuhara, had a lengthy 90-minute interview on ESPN in which he admittedly said, yeah, I had some gambling issues, became addicted, bet on a lot of sports, soccer, blah, 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 this and that or whatever. And Shohei bailed me out. That's what he told ESPN initially. Well, then Shohei Ohtani's camp came back and said, no, that's not what happened at all. This money was stolen, embezzled from my account. How can someone electronically embezzle $4.5 million from your checking account without your knowledge of it? I'd like to have somebody explain that to me. But the speculation is that Mizuhara is taking a bullet for Ohtani. Anyway, Major League Baseball will conduct a thorough investigation of that. And by the way, apparently it kind of flew under the radar. Ohtani got married during the offseason. Married a Japanese, very good Japanese basketball player by the name of Miko Tanaka, I believe is her name. So congratulations to the newlyweds. We covered everything, I think. So I'm going to cut this a little bit short tonight because I want to get back to watching the Spartans. And I don't know how much longer the voice is going to hold out here. So, I just want to get everybody caught up on what was going on. I think we covered a lot this morning, too, on Timeout with Andy Brown. So don't forget, every Saturday from 9 to 10 on WCSR, 92.1 FM. And we'll try to do this 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So until then, enjoy the games. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you next week. So long, everybody.